Hey guys, so today I'm going to do a quick tutorial on converting episodes because I get asked this all the time about how I do it and the settings I use. Now I use a program mostly called Xvid for PSP. I'm going to put a link in the description so that you can get the same copy that I have. Now I've downloaded a variety of MKV just to show you the difference. Firstly, the main one that most people tend to use is these massive web download 8.264, and they often say Dash Kings because I think they're the people that encode it. For a 40-minute episode, they're usually like 1.3 to 1.5 gigabytes, and for something like a 20-minute episode, as you can see, it's 829.65 megabytes. They're quite big, but yeah, that's what you get. Now, for this program, basically, since it's already in H.264, which is a codec that works perfectly in Sony Vegas, or at least it does for me, and if not, we'll try and figure out why it's not working for you if it doesn't work. Basically, you don't need to re-encode it, so on this codec section here, you click copy. Now I'm trying to do it in 6 channels, so that's all set already for you. I don't want this ugly image, so I untick this box here. I'm saving it into MP4, but you can choose your chosen container or like format. MP4 works best for me, and then you click where you want to save it to. And these are my settings basically. And then you'd click start, and it encodes really quickly, what it should do. Because it is not actually re-encoding the video, which is what takes all the time in the world. But this will open fine in Sony Vegas, but it won't. It will be about the same size as this, so about 816. It won't be any smaller. You're not re-encoding it to be smaller. You're not compressing it, but the quality will be just the same as your MKV file. Now my next option is, I really need to encode it, is I'm going to show you quickly that if you download an episode that's in like dual audio, so you've got like Russian and English, or what else do we have, like Italian and English, something like that, because sometimes, a lot of the time, the Russian rips are A, available, and B, quicker to download, so sometimes I get them. And basically, when you get to this page, you see you've got the 2 here. You just untick the Russian one, and when you convert it out to your MP4, it will just be English, and so you can watch it. That was that one. Last but not least, sometimes you can get nice and small 720p web downloads. These are the ones I get from minirls.net. And they usually say, oh, this happened to me last time, MRS at the end. I think that must be their encoding little tag they add, and they basically make them really small. They are not 6-channel audio, but they are decent quality for a smaller size, and again, it's already in X264 as it tells you here, so you do not need to change any of this. And you just click start, and it will render it out. Another one that I recently found on torrents is like DNJ encoded, and they have put a lot of Blu-ray rips 5.1 channel audio up that are also small size, in case anyone's interested. But okay, now the new thing on the internet, I'm going to quickly go through this because I just figured this out, is HEVC. Now it's X265. It compresses the size, so it's a lot smaller. As you can see, this is a 1080p one with 6-channel audio, and it's only 257.85 megabytes compared to that massive 869. But HEVC does not open in Sony Vegas. I have not found a way to open it. I've googled, I've tried everything. So you have to encode it out to a viable format, and since everything else is in this format, I use it, X264. These are my settings that I use. Actually, I usually put this a bit higher, but I don't think audio, I'm not too fussed on audio. not gonna, as long as I can hear it, I'm happy. But you can play around with that. This will not get you the best quality. It's gonna be a bit blurry, like not a bit blurry, but like a little bit pixely. But these are what I used to use. I am actually now more drawn to using these settings, which I'm gonna show you now. In HANDBRAKE, which is another one I'll put in the description and I'll put a link to. If you click source, file, and then find it, oh, it's on the desktop. Which one were we thinking? This one. Well, actually, it works for both. I'm going to show you this one. Anyway, let's go for this one. Add it in. I don't understand all of this, so ignore it. I go to the video tab. It's in X264 again. I was putting it a bit higher at like 24, or maybe that's lower actually. I mix these up. I actually think that's lower for H264, but you can just, I think anywhere between 20 and 25, I think it says, is gonna get you okay quality. Just, you're gonna get a different sort of file size. And then I ignore all this because I have no idea what it is. Audio, I don't want to mix it down, so if you want 5-channel audio, you make sure you click 5.1, as long as it's already in there, as it says it's 6-channel audio. So yeah, I do this same for these big episodes here. Again, it's not exactly full quality because you're encoding it down, but these are the settings I use for that, and it gets it from the 800 megabyte file to about a 350 megabyte file, which for me, when I have limited storage, is better. So that's my quick tutorial. Basically, the rundown is, if you download a file that's in H.264/X264, you do not need to re-encode it because it will open in Vegas. You just need to change the container from .mkv to .mp4. But if you download something that's in HEVC/X265, you need to encode it to something else like X264 in one of these programs. I'm going to write this down because I feel like that sounded like nonsense. But I hope this helps, and if you've got any more questions, please just send them my way and I will reply to them as soon as possible.